welcome to this evening's episode of Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Lydia Patel, and we have a very special guest with us this evening, Yolaine and Eusebe, who is the CEO of Community to Community. We have a lot in store, so stay with us. We'll be right back. Beyond Focus TV allows you to discuss contemporary topics affecting the Caribbean people on both a national and local level. The show features informed guests who offer insight, debate, and evaluate various issues. Beyond Focus TV builds on the station's mission to provide useful information to the Caribbean people in New York and abroad. Beyond Focus TV, where our viewing audience can get educated, informed, and empowered. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Lydia Patel. And like I said, I have a very special guest who's going to be sitting with me for the next 30 minutes, Yolaine and Eusebe. Welcome back to Beyond Focus TV.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we're so glad to have you here. A lot of big initiatives, and we have a very limited amount of time, so we're going to try to cover everything. Let's get straight to it. How did Community to Community even get started?
Well, that's actually an interesting story. I was working at American Express before the earthquake in January of 2010. Mm-hmm. I'd been there for 7 years, as a matter of fact, planning out the new year, et cetera, et cetera. Then the earthquake came. And I just felt led to go and do something.
So you left a professional job. So let's let everybody know. You left corporate. You left a good, decent, paid salary.
I did.
To go start your own thing.
Yeah. I mean, my father gave me a really important, powerful, profound sense of love for my country. And so I knew I had to go to Petit Guave and I had to do something. And that's what I did.
So the day that it happened, describe that when you first heard the news. Because it's 4 years ago now. It just freshly turned 4 years. Yeah. And we could all remember, I remember driving in my friend's car, every station. That's all they was talking about. Where were you when you heard the news? I was actually at work.
And I remember telling people that, my world changed when I went into the subway. Because when I went into the subway at Chambers Street, my world was the same. It was like 4 o'clock-ish. Because I know it happened at 4:35, around that time.
Yep.
When I got to Brooklyn, the world had changed and I did not know that. So my phone goes off and there's text and call me and voicemail. And I call, my brother's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm just getting in the house." He's like, "Turn on your TV." And that's when I just sat there in awe. I couldn't understand, much less believe what was going on. And I remember the image that embedded in my mind was the flags of seemingly every country in the world seemed to be planted, there, and how everyone seemed to be in Haiti at that moment.
Wow, and that's still freshly after it happened. So fast forward a little bit, you get to Community to Community.
Well, I left, like I said, I resigned in May, and then in August was my first trip, and I hadn't been home in 16 years. And even though I'd planned to go, we talked about it, friends and relatives and my cousins, the earthquake just put us on this advanced track. So it was myself, my best friend Alona Dotson, and my brother, and we went. And it was an emotional trip. It was profound. I think about it like it was yesterday, because first I was home, but then I wasn't, because I hadn't been there in so long. And seeing, my family, and everyone lost someone. I mean, it was over 300,000 people. Yeah. So just to deal with that, and then to see the conditions that folks were in. And I remember I didn't know what I was going to find, and I was scared. I didn't tell my friend that she's American. She'd never been to Haiti before. But I felt responsible for her. But I think what I saw when we met our community that we work with now made me so proud to be Haitian. When we went to visit them, the engineer that took us there was a friend of the family. And he said something that I remember and I think about daily as I go through my life. He said, "Your father was a man of many objectives, and I see that you were one of them."
Wow.
And my dad passed in 2005, so he didn't live to see this. But I think it's as if he planted the seed, knowing and that to make sure that someone was going to go, someone like him. And that was me.
And that's how it got started. So what is the mission?
Our entire vision and purpose is creating self-sufficient communities by working with the community. For us, it is important to have the community at the table in any plans that we're making, because it's really for them. So it doesn't serve a purpose to plan and they're not at the table, because whatever goes on, they're the ones who are living it. I'm sitting here with you, they're physically there every day.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't make sense for me to come to you and say, well, here's what we're going to do about this, and that, and you've had no input into it. So for us, that's the core of what we believe in, is working with the community. And out of that, when we met the community, they're the ones who decided the initiatives. They had taken a survey shortly after the earthquake of who lost their homes, of who lost their minds, of who lost people.
Yes.
And when we explained to them that we wanted to help, they were clear about what they wanted and what they didn't want, what they needed and what they didn't need. Out of that came the 4 initiatives of the Haiti Restoration and Transformation Pilot Project, which is the school, the road, the trees, and the water.
Let's go over that one more time, because that's really 4 important things that to us here seem so insignificant.
That's
Turn
right.
on the tap, we get some clean water.
That's right.
Trees, we see them everywhere.
Right. You're absolutely right. Infrastructure is what we have here that we don't think about. You don't get up tomorrow hoping that your water is going to be clean. You don't get up tomorrow not knowing if the road is going to be there. You don't get up tomorrow and think about, where's my child going to go to school today? So these are things that, as you said, is not a thought for us. We turn on the water and leave it running for 10 minutes to get hot. Right?
Guilty.
We put on, somebody said this yesterday actually, and I thought it was amazing. He said, we even have colored water now. We can pour stuff into our water. I mean, we can make our own personal water. And you don't realize that water is life because it's all around us.
And it is so much around us. Let's hold that thought. We'll be right back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
So, you graduated in May. What are your plans after that?
Well, I want to do an internship just to actually figure out if I want to continue with nursing or if I want to go into athletic training.
Have you spoken to anybody where you want to intern?
We're going to be speaking with Yvonne just to actually figure out if I can do an internship.
Okay. Hold on for a moment. Give me a glass of water. Thanks. Hello? Yeah, Parker. Yeah, I don't think RSC can handle it.
Hello? Hi, yes. Can we get Pastor a glass of water, please?
I don't think so.
Thank you.
Yeah. They can submit a proposal. Oh, come on. Yeah? Let them do a business process mapping. Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, if it's not okay for me to drink this, then it's not okay for our neighbors in Petit Guave and other areas throughout Haiti. Our Petit Guave neighbors reached out to us not for a handout, but for a hand up. They were drinking water where the animals drink. Since launching a water initiative in April 2011, Community to Community, CCC, and our partners have completed 2 of the 4 phases of the water distribution system. What will this accomplish? Well, more walking to school and less walking to get water. It will also establish a water store to create jobs for the community. Join us on the journey. 1441. $14, 4 weeks in your neighbor's shoes, and 1 month creating community. The 1441 journey begins on Sunday, February 2nd, right here at CCC. Don't miss out on this opportunity to build genuine community. Visit our website to learn how to get involved or see a representative at the 1441 table in our lobby after each service today. I challenge you, move from being a spectator to being a participant.
Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV, and I have Yolaine Eusebe, who's the CEO of Community to Community, also known as C2C. You know, we get a little common lingo for everybody at home. We have a lot of big initiatives that you all are doing, and in such a short time frame, you've accomplished a lot. Why don't you share some of those projects with us?
Sure. So of the initiatives, the water is the primary one, of course, and that was what the people wanted. And so as a result, we built a captage with them, which is basically where the natural spring water is coming out of. And they were saying to us that, you know, we drink where the animals drink, which, again, something I can't imagine, right? And we worked with them. They drew the plans. They gave us the budget. They made the deals with the vendors. They got the cement. They carried it up the mountain. I want people to understand so that they don't think that Marie built this and Yolaine built the captage. No, we did not. What we do is we work together. What they can do, we cannot. And what we can do, they cannot. That's why we're a community. That's how this works. So there's 4 phases to the water distribution system. We've completed 2, which is the captage and the reservoir. And the goal now is to pump the water from the captage to the reservoir, and then have kiosks going in 4 different areas of the community, so folks don't have to walk 2 hours minimum one way to get water.
It was so amazing because, and we'll talk about that at the Christian Cultural Center, part of the video they were showing. There was one particular part that touched me where they said kids don't have to spend as long trying to go get the water, and they could spend more time in school.
Yes. Less time walking to get water.
If there's 2 hours less that you can actually learn something instead of going to get your water.
Yes.
That's something amazing that I think time is well spent for that.
Thank you. I will definitely convey to the team that touched you. I think that for us, when we see those kids who all day long, that's all they do. Go get water, come back. Go get water, come back. Because you need it all day. You have to cook, you have to clean, you have to irrigate crops, you have to shower, you have to wash clothes. So it's an ongoing thing. So for folks to understand, how does that translate? It means more walking to school, less walking
to get the water.
Yeah,
I love it. So big project coming up, 1441. I'm very personally excited about this. Why don't you share all the details with us?
So we partnered with the missions team at Christian Cultural Center, where I attend, and they came up with this amazing concept. And what 1441 literally is $14. That's what the 14 is for. The second 4 is 4 weeks in your neighbor's shoes, and 1 month creating community. So during the month of February, what we are going to be doing is engaging and building a community that's going to help us to complete the water distribution system, of which 2 phases are complete right now. So what we did on this past Sunday was to launch it. And it was actually quite amazing because what happened was the video that you're talking about that we worked on, that Pastor Bernard agreed to participate in. And CCC overall has been on this journey with us since the beginning. And sometimes I think that the things that I've learned there, I literally have taken them and implemented them on the ground. I would say CCC and American Express, literally the 7 years that I spent before this earthquake happened, prepared me to start an organization, to mobilize people, to administer a project. You know what I mean? All of the things I'm doing spiritually and corporately, organizationally, I've learned in those 2 places.
And especially with the last couple weeks, the focus has been focus for 2014.
Exactly.
So it really is challenging you to really mold everything together and stay focused on that. So 14, 4, and 1.
Correct, 14, 4, 1. So the gist of it is, in February, there's going to be 4 weeks of activity, and every week we're going to have a different theme, a different focus, and a different action. And it's going to engage the community in learning more about water. How much water do you use to make you more conscious about it? And how how using a little bit less water here actually does impact someone else. And as you saw in the video, which I won't spoil it for folks that they need to see it themselves, how do you connect to understand that if it's not okay for you to have not to have access to water, it's not okay for someone else. And your neighbor doesn't have to be next door. They could be across the world or across the ocean. It only has to do with your level of caring. And that's what we're asking people to do.
And that's exactly, we're going to wrap that segment up right here. But please stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to give you all the information of how to get in contact and, of course, how you can be a part of 1441, because that's a very, very big mission. I'm definitely going to be on board with that. Stay tuned. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. We'll be right back.
My name is Miles Troop. I'm a civil engineer. This is my first time here in Haiti. While I'm here, I'm working on a water project in Piton Bayou. I'm very happy that I'm here because I can see that there's a great need, but I'm only one person, and so I'm very happy to be involved with C2C. It's not going to be a short-term thing, and more help is always necessary.
So what we're doing here is we're taking measurements along our way up to Piton Bayou. We're walking up the no longer navigable route by car, using the GPS unit, taking notes, taking photographs, and the combination creating sufficient information to then hopefully construct a road in the coming future.
You're watching Beyond Focus TV. So Yolaine, why don't you tell us really, this has to be a little bit draining on you in terms of managing career, your love for your culture, seeing your people go through things, I mean, media-wise, it's not really in the forefront anymore. You're not flicking on CNN and seeing it. There's no more benefit concerts. But it doesn't mean that Haiti still doesn't need the help.
Correct. I think that we knew going into this that this wasn't going to be overnight. And if I can tell you that this is definitely not a one-woman show, that is the greatest truth that I can tell you. This, you don't see them here, but it is Rose, it's Olivia, it's Brad, it's Matt, it's Alona, it's Valerie. I could just go on. The list is extensive. It is not just me. And folks who've dedicated literally almost 4 years of their lives, because we knew that this wasn't going to happen overnight. You cannot restore an entire community. That's why it's called creating a self-sufficient community. Our hope is that this community works us out of this job so that they don't need us anymore. Because at that point, the school is built, the road is paved, the mountainside is reforested, and the water is flowing freely. Then we will know that we've done what we've come to do with the community and that they can continue on their own. That's the whole point of this. So, do I get tired? Yes, I'm human. But when I see those kids' faces, when I see my team sacrificing, when I see our partners like CCC, like ADIHA, like HAC, and the other small nonprofit organizations, Lopo Vive, who are also on the ground, that's who's doing the work now. And we knew that. We didn't go in for TV. We didn't go in because we wanted accolades. We went in because this was our family and our friends. This was our calling. That's why we went. So we knew when all of that left, that wouldn't have mattered if there was no more spotlight. Those kids still need a school. The community still needs that water. We still need to plant those trees. We still need to pave that road. So for us, we are mission-driven and assignment-focused until this is completed.
That is truly amazing. Now, I know you're focusing on one community in Haiti, and that doesn't mean that it's just limited to that one part or that the rest of the island isn't going to benefit from that. Why don't you let everybody really know how
Good question.
upgrading one part could actually spill over and look for the bigger picture?
I'm glad you asked that. This project is actually a pilot project. The goal is to replicate it. The goal is that other folks in other communities are actually going to be trained. Our community will stay what is called a teaching village. So that even when we've completed what we're doing, what the development team, for example, our partner, Penshina Consulting, is the urban development firm, and Vanessa Leon, who's the head of the firm, has been working with us for over 2 years now. So the goal will be the learnings that we get out of what we've done with the community, whether it's the reforestation or agroforestry or the building of the school. All of those things we hope to share. And at that point, that folks can take that information back to their community and just replicate it. So Petit Guave is just the first place. We want to finish what we're doing there and do it right. That's important, as opposed to spreading ourselves out all over the place. We're focused here. We're going to complete this and then replicate it wherever anyone would have us. We're happy to go.
That is truly awesome. Where can we get in contact with you? I know you have a wonderful website. I was on it. There is Facebook, there's Twitter, but we'll let everybody know exactly where you can do that.
Well, first, again, I just want to thank your audience, thank everyone at Beyond Focus who truly from the beginning has been with C2C, and we sincerely appreciate that. So just go to www.community.info, or you can call us at 718-393-7740. But on the website is everything, is the link to Twitter, is the link to our Facebook, is the link to YouTube to see all the videos. You can contact us on the Contact Us page and just be a part of something that's greater than yourself. That's our invitation. You don't have to necessarily quit your job. You don't necessarily have to move to Haiti, but everyone can do something. So we just ask, do what you can with what you have where you are today.
And that's truly amazing, because I love a lot of people who always ask that, I can't really go to Haiti. I can't stop certain things. But even $5, $10 US goes such a long way in certain places.
Yes.
So why don't you, for someone who's been frequently visiting, share that message. Really let them know that even a small contribution, we would consider lunch money.
Well, I'll say this. Haiti is a land of proverbs. We have a proverb for everything. We do. But they're very simple and profound. So one of the ones that I would say that pretty much everyone knows is "Me en pile, chai palu," which is "with many hands, the load is lighter." So if 100 people give $10, if 500 people give $20, it amasses, it comes to a lot of funds. If 5 people decide that they're going to come and support by giving of their time, or to help us as it relates to the school, or teachers giving some of their time, or engineers giving some of their time, or architects giving some of their time, the project gets done. So
Absolutely.
at the end of the day, we're happy to share what we're doing with whomever wants to help us.
And we will be more than glad, absolutely, here at Beyond Focus TV to do what we can. And of course, I think we have a new partner for 1441
Yes.
and whatever project. So I'm happy to
Awesome.
officially announce I will be coming on board and helping you with that. So thank you. Keep watching Beyond Focus TV. Yolaine Eusebe, CEO of Community to Community, also known as C2C. We'll be glad to have you back. We'll let you know, actually. Keep watching Beyond Focus TV because we'll be following a little journey of this and letting everybody know. So we'd love to have you back after 1441, once you're back from Haiti, to give us a wrap up on that as well. Be sure to tune in next week. And if you have any questions or comments, make sure you send it to info@beyondfocusmedia.com. I'm your host, Lydia Patel, and thanks for watching Beyond Focus TV. I'll see you next time. Beyond Focus TV show wants and needs your feedback. Did we blunder? Please let us know so we can improve. Was the show helpful to you? Drop us a note so we can share the success with our staff members. Is there something you think we could do better? We welcome new ideas and new approaches to old ideas. Do you have a great suggestion? Let us know and we'll work on it. If you would like to share your comments anonymously, please send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. If you want to get in touch with the executive producer directly, send him an email at gene@beyondfocusmedia.com. We really look forward to hearing from you.